Hi, I'm Bill with Plugged In Golf. Today we're going to talk about the Cobra Fly-Z Plus fairway wood. Let's get plugged in. So I'm a big Cobra guy, I have been for a while now, and the Fly-Z Plus had some big shoes to fill. As some of you may know, I don't know how close you follow the site, but I was a really big fan of the BioCell Plus fairway wood. That was the first new fairway wood I had in my bag for really a permanent spot in probably 4 years. So in my mind, when the Fly-Z Plus came out, it had some pretty big shoes to fill. And it's a pretty similar club to the BioCell Plus fairway wood, but there are a few changes, a few updates to make it a little more modern and make it a little bit better. The appearance of the Fly-Z Plus fairway wood is pretty similar to the BioCell Plus last year, minus a few graphics things, and the addition of the weight toward the front of the face to change the center of gravity, make it a little bit lower. But ultimately, it's good looking, compact size, has a nice pear shape. I'll tell you what, in the light, these clubs really, the colors in them really come out. I know that sounds silly, but it was extremely noticeable to us and worth noting. It has I'd say small to medium depth face, but it's a great looking club, and kudos to Cobra for continuing the good looks in their fairway woods. So continuing with the theme of consistency with Cobra, when it comes to sound and feel, the Fly-Z Plus is pretty consistent with the BioCell Plus. The sound is a nice muted thwack, really cracks off the face. It is very forgiving across the face, still pretty responsive. Being forgiving is new. I thought last year the BioCell Plus was a little less forgiving in the heel and toe, whereas Fly-Z Plus seems to have a little bit more forgiveness, at least in terms of feel. One thing I'll say for sure is that it does feel like it jumps off the face a little more than the BioCell Plus. It might have something to do with the new speed face channel, making this a little bit of a thinner head, but ultimately it does feel like the ball comes off the face a little bit hotter and makes you feel like more of a stud, when you're trying to crack it off the deck. So Cobra made an effort to move the center of gravity a little more forward in this club. Unlike the Fly-Z Plus driver, it's not an adjustable weight, so you are committing to having that forward center of gravity. What they're going for at this, they said, is a little bit lower ball flight or not lower, but more penetrating ball flight and a little bit more roll. Does it do that? It's hard for me to tell, but I will tell you I did get a good flight out of it, and I got a decent amount of roll. In fact, probably more roll than I deserved when I was testing it. Chalk that up to the old winter swing. We'll see how it does in the spring here. But ultimately the ball was coming off of the face pretty hot. I felt like there were a few more extra yards in it. Just for kicks, I was hitting the old BioCell Plus fairway wood just to see how it stacked up with that. My numbers were not as high as when I initially tested it, but what I will say is I was getting a few more yards out of this club, and it did seem to come off a little hotter. If you liked the video you just watched on the Fly-Z Plus fairway wood, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube page, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. You can also follow us over on Twitter at PluggedInGolf, like us on Facebook, or go to pluggedingolf.com to read more great reviews. I'm Bill Bush. Thanks for watching.